In this video, I'll share with you the process of how I drew this portrait of Chappell Roan using my Ohuhu markers while we chat about something that's been on my mind lately. If you don't know Chappell, she's quickly become one of my favorite artists. Not only because I can't listen to her music without immediately dancing and singing, but also because of her story. She's proved that believing in yourself isn't just something you do when things are going well. And she went from being a kid that dreamed of winning a Grammy.
I want to win a Grammy. So that's my goal. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get it. So that's my
to standing on that stage and winning one.
Chappell Roan!
The thing is, she didn't keep going because she knew that it would happen. In fact, for some time, it all looked like it would not happen for her. For a long time, it looked like she failed. But she kept going because she believed in herself and in her art. Even when she had no proof, she kept creating. So this got me thinking, what does it really mean to believe in yourself? Not just when everything is going right, but when it feels like nothing is. When you feel invisible, when no one's watching. Because if you're only believing in yourself when things are working out, is that really believing in yourself, or is that just believing in the results? And this made me spiral into thinking about the meaning of success. If success is just about external validation, views, sales, big moments, then what happens when those things don't come? Does that mean that I failed? Lately, I've been noticing something. I'll spend hours on a painting, and when it's finally finished, I feel proud, accomplished, and genuinely happy. And then I share it online, and I start looking at the numbers, and I feel like I'm shouting into the void. And suddenly, that feeling of accomplishment starts to fade. I start thinking, why does this even matter? What's the point? It's not even that good. Why did I share this? And it's weird because I don't do this for, money or external validation. I have a job. I make art because it's who I am. If I had all the money in the world, I'll still be doing this. I've been drawing and working on improving my art for as long as I can remember. So why does something as small as views or likes make me feel like I don't want to create anymore? Why does it make me doubt myself? I've been thinking about this a lot and it sucks. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Like, what if I didn't care? What if I just kept creating for the joy of it, no matter what? Because that's what Chappell did. She wasn't an overnight success, far from it. She spent years playing to small crowds, working jobs that had nothing to do with music, feeling like maybe this dream wasn't going to happen. And yet, she kept showing up. Because for a long time, no one was watching Chappell Roan. I mean, she got signed to a label as a younger teenager and spent years working towards what she thought was her big break. Only to get dropped by the same label. No album, no momentum, just a door shutting in her face. She even had to move back to her childhood home, worked at a Dunkin' Donuts, and instead of giving up, she kept making music. Because she couldn't imagine doing anything else. Because creating was something she had to do, whether anyone was listening or not. She had every reason to quit, but she didn't. And that's what really stuck with me. Because if you're anything like me, you've probably had those moments too. Moments where you're working so hard on something and it feels like it's leading nowhere. When you're showing up, making art, putting in the effort, and there's just not any big breakthroughs. No validation, no proof that it's gonna work out. And if I'm being honest, I've been feeling that a lot lately. I love making art. I love making these videos, but sometimes I catch myself wondering, what's the point? Is this going anywhere? Does it even matter if I keep going? And that's why Chappell's story hit me so hard. Because she didn't just believe in herself when things were going well. She believed in herself when nothing was happening. And that's the kind of belief I want to have in myself too. For the longest time, I thought success had to look a certain way. That it had to mean big numbers, recognition, or some kind of external proof that I was doing the right thing. But lately, I've been realizing that success, at least for me right now, is just showing up. It's sitting down to draw, to make art, even when I don't know if it'll turn out how I want. It's making a video even when I don't know how many people will watch it. It's choosing to create, not because I know that it will lead somewhere, but because I love it. because I believe in myself enough to keep going. And I think that's what Chappell did too. She wasn't making music because she knew she'd win a Grammy one day. She was making music because she couldn't stop doing it. Because even when no one was listening, she still believed it was worth doing. And maybe that's the real definition of success. Not achieving something huge, but refusing to stop. The hardest part of believing in yourself isn't when things are going well. It's when they aren't, when no one's watching, when you feel like you're talking to the void. But if there's one thing that I'm learning, is that showing up is the win. Not the numbers, not the recognition, just the act of creating, of believing in yourself enough to keep going. That's what makes you an artist. Chappell didn't wait for proof that she was on the right path. She kept going and made her own path. And that's the part of her story that inspires me the most. So if you're in that stage where it feels like nothing is happening, like no one is listening, keep going. You don't need proof to believe in yourself. Just decide that what you're making is worth it, because it is. And who knows, maybe one day you'll look back and realize that this, the part where you kept going even when it was hard, was the moment that changed everything.